Exposure practice number 3, imaginal exposure. This is controlled exposure to a mental image of the feared situation. Now, the reason that I put this last and not first is that the most effective treatment for any phobia, any fear, is to practice with it in real life. Especially with panic disorder, it's most effective to work with the symptoms directly or with the real life situations. But if you feel that that's just too overwhelming a prospect and you just can't do it, you just don't even want to go there, you can first of all then work with it in your imagination. That's a good starting point. So let's look at how imaginal exposure works. First, you would create fear hierarchies exactly as outlined for the real life exposure practice. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start with the first step on your fear hierarchy. So you sit down somewhere where you won't be disturbed for 30 minutes. Close your eyes and you imagine entering that first step. And you're trying to imagine the scene as vividly as possible so that you really do experience the anxiety that you feel you would experience in the actual situation. Right? Not trying to block it, not trying to resist it. Try to imagine as many details as you can. That'll help you really get into the role. Alright, so that you do experience the anxiety. Imagine the building, the people around you, colours, smells, sounds, anything that will help you get to that point where you start to feel anxious as you think you would in the real situation. And try to let yourself feel the anxiety rather than control it. So when the anxiety arises in your imagination, let it actually happen when you're sitting there. So let yourself feel anxious. Really feel anxious and don't try to control it. Alright? And stay with the anxiety in the situation until your anxiety level drops by at least half. Alright? And you can use your understanding and your skills because that's what you'll be doing in a real situation as well. So it's not like you're just imagining catastrophe because that's not the reality anyway. You've learnt that anxiety will increase, it'll reach a peak, it'll pass. Nothing will actually happen to you that you think's going to happen to you. So that's the actual reality. And also you can use your behavioural skills to allow you to experience the anxiety, let it happen. Alright? And then you practice that exercise every day until you lose your fear of the anxiety produced. It's exactly the same as real life exposure, but you're just doing it in your imagination. And then when you feel more confident in your imagination, then you can consider doing it in real life. Page 49, just an imaginal exposure example. So you've created your fear hierarchies. You're starting with the least feared situation. You're sitting down and closing your eyes and you're imagining it as vividly as you can until you feel anxious. Let yourself feel the anxiety. Really go through the experience just as you imagine it would be. And you can use your normalizing statements and acceptance skills to allow you to experience the anxiety. And remember, when the anxiety level rises, wait. Alright, it will rise and then it'll pass. And wait until it drops by half before going on. And hopefully you'll try not to use any safety behaviours while you're sitting there. And trying to resist it, opening your eyes. Try to just stick with it. Go through it as if you were really there. Another thing you can do is you could record the session and listen to it every day, and then that'll also help you get used to the experience.